Hey there, welcome to this week's tutorial at the Movement Clinic. Today I am taking you through Ekapada Koundinyasana B or hurdler's pose. So this is an arm balance. Make sure that you're nice and warmed up before attempting this. There is a class, a peak pose class on hurdler's pose. So feel free to go through that class, and then if you need a little bit of a slower breakdown, I've got it for you here. Hop on your mat and I'll see you there. Okay, so lots of ways to enter into hurdler's pose, and we're just gonna do one today. From a standstill. We can obviously incorporate this into a flow really nicely, but often while we're just breaking it down and learning, it's nice to come into it from a high lunge position. So I'm gonna start left leg forward, nice and wide, because I wanna bring my entire inner left side body inside of this left leg. Tucking my back toes, lift the back knee. So this feeling that I have here and that you have here of actively reaching out through that back foot, having a super strong back leg. As we fly, it's gonna be the same thing. So as we lift off, I'm still actively reaching out and strong leg, okay? It's also gonna be true of the front leg. So develop that sense of really powerfully pressing into the feet here. Lift the low belly, especially low left belly, off of that left thigh. Get inside of the leg and start to crawl that shoulder underneath the leg and knee. Toe heel your left foot in slightly towards the midline so that you can plant your left hand under shoulder, right hand under shoulder. Now, as we come into chaturanga, we want to keep actively squeezing that leg onto our shoulder and upper arm as we send the leg forward, reaching out through left leg. Now you might work and stay here or start to lean and shift forward and fly that back foot too, actively reaching out through back foot. Okay? So that's the first side. Let's try the other side. Right leg forward. I'm going to turn the opposite way since I have this wall that likes to get in the way. Makes it a little harder to do hurdlers in that direction. So again, just a quick recap. As soon as back leg flies, it is reaching powerfully back in the opposite direction. So we're stretching heart forward, sending weight forward, reaching back through the back foot to help us with that teeter-totter balance, right? Front leg is actively reaching forward, but also actively hugging in onto the arm and the shoulder. So super active here. And then as always with arm balances, weight is even in the hands. Do not be fooled into just rolling to the pinky edge side of your hands all the time without bringing a mindful eye to it and just correcting if you do. All right, so right foot is planted nice and wide, lifting the low belly up and in, softening right side of body inside of the leg to start. Tuck back toes, lift back knee, press that back heel back and down powerfully to really feel that squeezing of that kneecap. Right arm, or right hand rather, helps to press into the calf to really shimmy that upper body and shoulder underneath the right leg. Now, toe heeling right leg in. I'm going to actively hug my inner thigh onto my outer ribs, squeeze my shoulder, gaze forward, lift right heel, start to send right foot forward, bend the elbows, stretch heart forward, maybe float back leg. And release. So, not easy. I'm a little puffed just from that effort, but super fun. Again, you can try the teeter-totter back and forth as you learn to fly that back foot and figure out what your float looks like. But again, really pressing into hands, stretching heart forward, reaching the balls of the feet in opposite directions. Requires a lot of open hamstrings and open hip flexors as we're kind of flying splits in the air. But ultimately, you could have really bent legs, and that's okay too if your hamstrings aren't super open. So just play with it. Keep working with where you're at. And if arm balances aren't your thing, then you can kind of stop at any point without fully flying, if that's where you're at and where you want to stay. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I look forward to seeing you next time at the Movement Clinic. Ciao for now.